Good morning, friends. I hope you are ready for another wonderful day. I know that I am. I have decided that my hair can be as crazy as I want it to be. No matter what day you're watching this, I'm recording it on a Friday, and I have decided I'm not going out anyway, so my hair can be as crazy as I want it to be. So I am starting my day off with that. So this morning we're going to greet each other with a song. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, hit the floor. Okay, you ready? Oh, let me just remind you, if you hear your name, you have to stand up and dance. Okay? And then we're all going to sing along once you know the words, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Dahlia, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Faiza, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Braxton, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Bryn, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Hannah, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Charlie, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Strider, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Blake, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Gracie, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Sylvia, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Cooper, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Eli, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Okay, get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, everybody, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Oh my goodness, I am so glad you're here today. Thank you for joining us and doing a little dance, waking our bodies up first thing in the morning. All right, my friends, for our sharing today, we are going to share who our favorite cartoon character is. I know a lot of you guys probably really like to watch cartoons, so I want you to think, who is your favorite cartoon character? Think, think, think. My favorite character is And when you know, raise your hand. All right. Well, my favorite cartoon character is Ariel the Little Mermaid. When I was a little girl, I used to pretend to be the Little Mermaid, and I would sing her song and pretend to push myself up on a rock. Watch and you'll see, someday I'll be part of your world. I would sing that song so much. My parents, I'm sure, thought it was very funny, but I loved Ariel the Little Mermaid, and I used to love watching that movie, and so she is my favorite cartoon character. Who's your favorite cartoon character? I'm sure you like lots of them, huh? So now I want you to pause the video and share with someone in your house. My favorite cartoon character is All right, friends, for our writing lesson today, we are actually going to do a guided drawing. And today, we are going to do a guided drawing of a bee. Now, remember, we've been talking a lot about pollinators and springtime this week. So, I thought it would be fun for us to draw a bee because a bee is a pollinator. And remember, he collects pollen on his little legs. And he goes from flower to flower and going bzz, bzz, pollinate, pollinate, pollinate. He doesn't actually say pollinate. But we are going to draw our bee today. And this is an I do, you do. So I'm going to draw part of it. And then you draw that part of it. And we're going to do it step by step by step. And if you ever need to pause the video to catch up, or you need to rewind the video so that you can see something you missed, go for it, okay? So this bee is very cute. He is from Hannah Irena blogspot.com. Mrs. Ferguson is not great at doing her own made-up drawings. And things like this. I usually use the guided drawings to help me with things that I don't know how to draw just perfectly. Okay? All right. So the first thing our bee is going to need is a head, but we're not going to put it at the very top because he has to have room for his antennae. Okay? So you're going to draw his circle head right about here. Okay? And remember, if it's not perfect, it's still awesome, okay? But we want to draw him kind of big. If you draw him really, really tiny, it's hard to see the good details that you're doing, okay? So make sure your bee has a head. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to do his body. So you're going to start about here, and you're going to go out and around. Imagine he's got kind of a chubby little body. So it goes out and around. Okay, sort of looks like a snowman right now, 2 layers of a snowman. So we're going to start here, remember, and just go out and around to do that body. Excellent. Okay, now what do we know about what a bee has on its body? What does it have on its body? Same thing that maybe a zebra has. He has stripes, yes. So we're going to give him some stripes. And we're gonna make his stripes kind of curved, okay? Because if we go straight across, his body is curved. So we're gonna make his stripes curved too. So you're gonna actually take his stripe. You're gonna start here on this side, and you're just gonna go along. It's gonna be sort of like this line that's here on his head, and you're gonna do a couple curved lines, just like that. Okay, so instead of straight across, we go sort of in the same direction as we would, but we're going to go down a little as we go. And I made 2 stripes because then it will be easier for me to color these in later. Okay, great job. You guys are doing a wonderful job so far listening. So make sure you have your head, your body, and your stripes done. Excellent. Now, our bee is going to need a face. And just so you know, we are not drawing an anatomically correct bee today. We're not going to draw all the little, like all of his legs and the hairy sacs on the back of his legs that he collects pollen with. He's going to actually have a smiley face, which bees don't necessarily have in real life. But this is just a fun cartoon bee that we're drawing today. Okay, so then we're also going to give him a little smiley. It's going to be a happy bee. Oh, I love happy bees. All right, now what does a bee use to fly with? Yes, a bee has wings to fly with. So we're going to draw those wings. And the way these wings look, it's almost like he has really fat arms that are reaching up. Okay, so kind of keep that in your mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, I think the easiest way to do this is going to be to start here on about halfway up his head. Do you guys see where my marker is? And you're going to go up and around. Okay? See, it looks like he's got a really big arm that's going woo! So we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and he's going to get his little start about halfway up his head, and you're going to go up and around. So doesn't it look like he's kind of, yay! I have my own story going on with this bee. His name is Buzzy. Buzzy the Bumblebee. So we have 2 wings so far. We're going to need his other 2 wings, the other parts of his wings. So what we're going to do for those is we're going to start down here. Actually, we can start just about here. And you're going to go out and in. That looks sort of like a butterfly. So I'm going to try on the other side to make it look maybe more bee-ish. It's going to go out and in like that. He's got big wings. Yes, he does. He looks, now at this point, this probably could be a butterfly. It looks sort of like either a butterfly or a bee, which are both pollinators. But what we're going to do is we're going to add some details so we can tell that it's a bee. So remember, you're starting here on his other wing, and you're going to go out and come back to his body. Okay? Same thing here. Out and then around to his body. So your bee should have a body, a face, a head, and 4 wing parts. Excellent. Now, what does a bee have that he stings you with? They don't want to sting you. They don't go around looking for people to sting. But if he stings you, what does he sting you with? His stinger, yes. So we're going to give him a stinger right here, and it's pointy. So we start at the bottom of his body in the middle, sort of almost in the middle, and you're going to go straight down and straight back up. So it looks like a triangle. All right. And the last thing he needs is his antennae. Okay? So you're going to go straight up and give him a little ball on the top. Okay? We're going to do the same thing on this other side. You're going to go straight line up and then a little ball on the top. All right. Buzzy is looking pretty good. What do you think? I think so. So what we're going to do now, and we didn't do this last time we did a guided drawing, but we're going to add some colors to our bee. Now, if you are not happy with your bee, you can always start the video over and try again. Or if you want to practice a couple times and then put it on paper, that's always a good idea too. Okay? We want to try not to get frustrated. If yours doesn't look just like mine, there's a couple things you can do. Like I said, you can practice. You can work on a whiteboard if you have one so you can erase it. But when Mrs. Ferguson was little, I used to want everything to be perfect. Everything had to be perfect. I want it to be perfect. If it's not perfect, I don't want to do it. I was very dramatic. I still am very dramatic. But what I learned as I got older is sometimes I need to take a break from something. If it doesn't look exactly like I want it to look, I might need to practice it some more. I might need to try it a different way, or I may need to take a break and a deep breath. But we don't want to keep working when we're really frustrated like that. If you're getting frustrated with your bee and you're not happy with him, we maybe just need to take a deep breath and a break. So let's say, for instance, Mrs. Ferguson made a big mistake. It was hard to fix. I might have to go, that always makes me feel a little better. So please try not to get too frustrated. And if you find yourself getting frustrated or feeling like you're not doing a good job, take a little break and try again. Okay? The most important thing is that we're trying our hardest, not that your bee looks like my bee. Okay? All right, so I'm going to show you the different shading we're going to do for our bee. We're going to start out with our black color. And you're just going to go, this middle stripe is going to be black. And you can color that very gently, neatly black. And this is the black stripe that he has. All right. Now, if this is a bumblebee, we saw a bunch of different types of bees the other day in our photo art book. We saw a green metallic bee, we saw a leaf cutter bee, but this, I said Buzzy is a bumblebee. So we're going to draw a bumblebee. Now, what colors is a bumblebee? What colors would a bumblebee have on his body? Ooh, yes, yellow. And actually, we're going to color his stinger black as well. There we go. His little stinger's black. All right, so it's going to be kind of tricky for Mrs. Ferguson to do this because when you use dry erase markers or markers, sometimes they bleed into each other. So I'm going to do my best to show you how to do this. Now, his face is yellow, his body is yellow, and his wings are going to stay white, okay? And then I'm going to go back through and actually I forgot his little, you can color those in black or you can leave them the way they are. So I'm going to go ahead and color his body really gently, neatly. I'm going to try, if I'm using markers, I'm going to try really hard not to let it touch the black part because that will make the tip of my yellow marker turn black. Do you see how that changed the color a little bit? And it made the end of my marker black. So I've got to be really careful. So if you notice when I'm done, there might be a little bit of space between the black line and the yellow marker, and that's okay. If you use crayons, it's a little bit easier. Crayons are colored pencils because they don't the color doesn't go onto the yellow or the lighter colored crayon the same way. All right, so I'm giving my Buzzy his yellow stripes here. Shoop, 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 shoop. Oh, he's looking like a bee, huh? I love it. Okay, so then I'm going to color his face in as well. And I can, if you've got crayon or colored pencil, like I said, it might be a little easier to go around the smile. If you're going around the smile with marker, it might have been easier just to do the smile at the end, but that's not how we did it. And remember, when you are coloring or drawing and you make a mistake or you realize that something may have been easier to do a different way, I like to say, next time I will. So next time I draw this bee, I will add his face at the end. Does that mean I need to throw my picture away? No, because I can take this picture, even though next time I'm going to do his face at the end so that it's easier to do, I'm still going to try to color it in around his little face. And again, if you guys notice, I don't know if you can tell from that, Mrs. Ferguson made a little mistake. His forehead looks like he's got a little bit of black on it. So I'm just going to go back over that and do my best. Okay, because I got it a little close again. All right, so I think our bee is almost done. We are going to give him something that he probably, like I said, wouldn't have in real life. We're going to give him little rosy cheeks. He's going to have little rosy cheeks, and I'm going to use pink for this. And his cheeks are right there. Okay, so I'm just going to give him, and in my picture here, in my drawing, these are just little circles. Little pink circle right there. Oh my goodness, what a cute bee. He's so cute. So if you would like to, now you can use my guide to do this drawing. And remember, I think that I told you we could color these little antennae in as well. If you want, you can color those in black. Now, once you've got Buzzy completed, your bee's name doesn't have to be Buzzy. You could draw where Buzzy is. You could draw him going and pollinating a flower. You can add the details to the picture. Or, like I said, if you want to draw more bees or practice more, you can always rewind the video and try again. But I think that I grew my brain just by learning today how to draw this bee and how to take my time and do it step by step by step. So I hope you guys had as much fun as I did drawing Buzzy. Great job, Buzzy. Thank you for drawing me. Woo! Did not realize that Buzzy could talk. Thank you guys so much for growing your brains with me. Let's do a brain grow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And a pollinating bee. Great job growing your brains, guys. All right, my friends, guess what time it is? It's hero time. H-E-R-O time. It's H-E-R-O time. Who will be our hero today? Who's going to be our hero today? Well, our hero today is someone very near and dear to my heart. This is actually my cousin, and her name is Jessica. Can you guys say hello, Jessica? Oh, that picture of her is so beautiful, and I'm sure she heard you. Well, my cousin Jessica is a hero because she has a very important job, and she's doing her job anyway to keep her community safe. So right now, a lot of people, we know that a lot of people are staying home to keep their bodies safe and healthy from the virus that's going around. So my cousin Jessica works as what's called a magistrate. Now that sounds like a magician, but it's not. A magistrate is another word for a judge. So what she does is she's like a judge. And what she's able to do is she helps people make good decisions about following the law. Okay, so if people break the law, she kind of talks them through what they could do differently next time, and she gives them consequences. When we break the rules, we have consequences, right? So my cousin Jessica is working right now to give people consequences when they don't make good choices. But she also has a really important part of her job that's helping families. So she has her own very beautiful family at home. She has 2 sons and her husband, and her little boys are Emmett and Harrison. And she takes care of her own family, but she actually, in family court, she helps families make good decisions too. And she helps the kids in her community and their families get reunited and helps them to live in harmony together. So my cousin Jessica has a really, really important job, and she works very hard as a magistrate, which is another word for what? A judge, yes. So I want you guys to say a really big thank you to my cousin Jessica for all that she's doing. Thank you, Jessica. Oh, thank you so much, Jessica. We know that you work really, really hard and you are devoted to the people that you help in your community, and you make a huge difference. You are our hero of the day. All right, my friends, for our game today, we're going to need 6 stuffed animals or small toys that we can act out our song with. Okay, now we sang this song before. It's called 6 Little Ducks. Okay, so you need your 6 little ducks, and if you don't have ducks, that's okay. I don't have ducks either. I'm using a puppy, a Lego puppy and a Lego bear, and Snoopy dressed as an astronaut, and a chick and a scarecrow, and behind here is a little ghost. So you can act out your song with whatever you would like, and you can do the motions with me too. Okay, so if you need to pause the video, get your 6 little guys ready. Get your 6 little ducks ready. Okay, who's ready to go? All right. 6 little ducks went out one day, over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. Only 5 little ducks came back. You gotta hide one of your ducks. One of your ducks didn't come back. Where is he? How many ducks are left? 5 little ducks went out one day, over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. Only 4 little ducks came back. So take one of your ducks away. There's only 4 left. 4 little ducks went out one day, over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. Only 3 little ducks came back. He's gone. I know you can still see him there, but he's gone. How many ducks are left? Only 3. My goodness, I wonder why they're not coming back. They need to be better listeners, don't they? 3 little ducks went out one day, over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. Only 2 little ducks came back. So take one of your ducks away. We only have 2 ducks left. Oh my goodness. 2 little ducks went out one day, over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. Only 1 little duck came back. There's only 1 that came back. 1 little duck went out one day, over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. No little ducks came waddling back. No little ducks went out to play, over the hills and far away. Mama duck, gotta do it really loud so they can all hear. Because they're not listening, they've gotta come back. Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. And all those ducks came waddling back. So all the ducks are coming back. came back. And let's make sure we have all of them. Let's count them and make sure we're not missing any duckies. Make sure our whole family is here. Okay, so let's see. We've got 1, 2, and as I count, I like to touch them to make sure that I'm counting correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you get all your 6 ducks back? Whew, that was close. I was worried about our ducks. I'm glad they're back. Well, you guys did such a great job singing and playing with me today, and we drew our bee, and you guys are just amazing me every day. And remember, you are making my day better just by being in it. Thank you for being you. Thank you for working hard, and thank you for growing your brain. Okay, so let's give ourselves a worm and some sprinkles. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for coming. Bye.